Hey guys, welcome to the Model Citizen Podcast. We're your hosts, Hunter
and Michaela.
We are so excited to have you here. All right, let's dive in. Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. The Model Citizen Podcast, where you listen, you love us, and right off the bat, we want to condemn absolutely everything that is going on right now in America, especially with ICE, especially what is going on in Minnesota, especially what is going on really everywhere. And we want this to be very, very, very clear. And you guys know our hearts. If you are somebody who supports that in any way, please stop listening to us. Please unfollow us. If you are somebody who voted for this administration and still agree with what they're doing and are a quote unquote, I voted for this person, please stop listening to us and please unfollow us. We are so fundamentally different, and we have no interest in having people like that in our lives, in our ether, in anything involved with us, because we are so against what is going on, and we'll shout it from the rooftops. And I know Michaela has tons to say about it too. But right off the bat, we just wanted to say, hey, listen, maybe you're like, oh, I support ICE. Stop listening right here, right now. This isn't your podcast. This isn't for you. There's other ones you can listen to, not ours.
Right. Honestly, you said it. You said it all, you guys. You know where we stand. I feel like if you listen to us long enough, and if you follow us on Instagram or pretty much anywhere, you know exactly where we stand on this. And I feel like we've never been cagey, or we've never been quiet about where we stand on these things. So if you've made it this far, hopefully you're in line with our belief system. So. And this no longer is a situation of just differing opinions. This is no longer a situation of, oh, you just, you don't want to be friends with somebody that disagrees with you politically. No, we're talking about literal basic humanity at this point. And
it's interesting when I agree with the NRA, what the NRA posted on their Twitter.
Right. Yes.
I thought, well, God, isn't this an interesting timeline where I'm agreeing with what the NRA is saying? What they're saying is what went down is absolutely horrific and needs to be investigated. Like, there's so much wrong with it, guys. And we want absolutely nothing to do with you, because again, we just disagree on, you're not even on the moral compass. Okay. And all that to say, we do want Model Citizen Podcast to be a place where you can escape for, 45 minutes to an hour. So we hope that we do bring levity. We hope that we do bring, honest conversations. We hope that we bring insightful things. After all, we're a French a podcast, and that
we are French, religious, scientific,
now political,
medical political podcast. Absolutely. Okay. So, Dr. Model Citizens.
That's Thank right. You. All that Thank to you. Say, Michaela is moving to Alaska.
I'm
and if
absolutely.
She doesn't after that trip, then I don't know what to tell. And you guys haven't even seen the likes of what this girl just came back from yet, because she hasn't posted, because obviously the world's in shambles and she can't be posting the most gorgeous trip of her freaking life, because that's
no. You guys, the content that is coming will be coming. I think for anyone right now, hopefully it's near impossible to just post willy-nilly about regular old schmegular dates. Like, I was even up in Alaska having the time of my life. Like I said, crossing bucket list experiences off my list left and right, and still not fully able to be present and enjoy. I did try very hard though. Okay. I did try very hard. Right. We have a couple of other things going on, guys, that's just whatever. But at the end of the day, one of the most radical things that you can do during a fascist overlord overtaking is still continue to experience joy, because you need to feed yourself your own cup in order to be able to go out there and fight the powers that be. So
we learned that with grief, right?
We did learn that with grief.
Like we, at first, when people were like, well, you still have to laugh, you still have to find joy, we were like, F you. Yeah. And then we were like, oh, you know what? There is something about that.
You're kind of
and
something
it's
here.
Because it's how we survive as humans, is finding that joy. It's how we know deep pain. It's how we know we have a moral compass. It's how we know joy and all these things, again, where there's light, there's darkness, right? That is spans through more than just the nighttime and the daytime, right? And
Absolutely.
so there does have to be that joy. And like I
Yeah.
told Kayla, you know, she was like, oh, I feel weird posting about it. I was like, well, listen, take a beat and then, you know, regroup, because you should be sharing your joy. And we
Yeah.
like seeing that. I like seeing people experience joy too.
Yeah.
So
speaking of joy, I can really hear the joy going on downstairs in your house.
Can you?
Oh yeah, my God, it's like they're in the room with us.
No, really?
Is it Taco Tuesday?
It is Taco Tuesday, but
they gotta really keep it down.
Oh,
Crazy
no.
old airball. Is there a way? Is there a basement they could all go to? Is there a closet we could put them all in?
No, but can you really hear them?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think. Listen, Hunter's house is so full of joy, laughter,
and
that's amazing.
Do. No, what? you keep going, and I'm gonna mute me.
Okay,
while...
perfect.
Now, how the hell do I mute, guys? Listen, first day on
see
the
mic down below, Hunter. See the mic there. There you go. We're listen. We are slowly but surely
learning. It's my first day on the podcast. Hi, guys.
Everyone, welcome my new co-host, my sister Hunter. Okay, so you guys, I went to Alaska, and damn if I didn't have the time of the time of my life. I gotta say, I'm not moving to Alaska because what the fuck? That is some cold ass cold.
What the fuck? But also, Michaela, I thought by the end of this trip you were gonna be like, hey, forget Jersey, I'm going to Alaska.
I know you would think that. The thing is like, I'm definitely not actually one of those people who goes somewhere and is like, I want to move here. Like, I'm actually not that person. I was that person with London because I was like, I do want to live here.
Right.
But I was so in. First of all, okay, I guess we'll just start from the beginning. So we get there, and I walk off the plane. We get out to get our rental car. Okay, guys, it was a long travel day. I'm not gonna lie. Fairbanks is far from here, and they don't have direct flights.
I didn't realize that it was so
small
far.
Town.
I had no idea.
It's like, I don't know if we were looking it up. I think it's like 30,000 people so it's not like tiny, but it's not big. And there's just not a lot of people going there from LA is the thing. I mean, they have a lot of...
Well, they're gonna, after they see your pictures.
They're after the pictures, but Alaska Airlines gonna have to open up a full route or two. Because if anything, I need Alaska to pay me back for all of my expenses because of the photos that I have provided for them and the content that I'm giving, experiencing that town. No, I'm kidding. I was so happy to contribute to the economy there. But
but you're also kidding, but I also feel like you really will, because it made me be like, how far is Alaska from New York?
I know, right? And that's exactly, Mom and Dad even were just like, no, wait a minute. Hold on. It's like, I don't think anyone knew what, okay. And I'm going to get to that. Here's the thing. I stepped off that plane. We got out to our rental car, and I took a breath of air and I coughed because mine lungs hath never felt a cold of that magnitude.
It's the type where you breathe in and it goes down to the tip of your toes.
It went right down into my toes, 1,000%. It went to the back of my throat, down into my labia, split me open, tore me back up, and then came back out.
That's
and
that's the
kind
sign
of we were dealing with.
That it says in the airport when you get there. It says, prepare your labias.
Prepare your labia. Title of that, prepare your labia. We're going to Alaska. I couldn't believe the cold. It was on another level, guys. It was like -16. We were there, -10, 1. I was like, oh, is it 1 degree out? That's crazy.
No, dude, it's giving New Jersey last weekend too, though.
I was
know,
like, dude.
Also,
well, what's funny is I was talking to the locals, and they were like, I mean, yeah, thank God it warmed up for you guys, because it was like -40. -40. What do you mean? How's that a temperature? I just want to say, oh, what is it? -1,000?
That's fake. Here's the thing.
Is it -450?
Did you do the thing where you spit at all and did it like freeze?
No, because all you're trying to do is survive. You're not trying to do little silly cute things, dude. I wasn't trying to be cutesy with it. I was trying to get into a warm place.
Right.
So anyway, we got there. Martin, we rented a car. And it was just like very funny because we were slipping and sliding. I'm not going to lie. We were slipping and sliding in that car.
Great. On the road?
Road. Martin, maybe 2 times we slipped. I'm being hyperbolic. We didn't slip that way. There's only a couple of times during it
to the camera.
just a
Was it
because
stick shift? Like, do they not have?
no,
Is
it
there
was
not
all-wheel
chains?
drive, baby. It was all-wheel drive. It was a Chevy
Okay,
Trailblazer. It was all-wheel drive. It was everything that you could imagine. But
but
those,
y'all just forgot how to do it, right?
well, not all of us. One of us, not me. Someone forgot how to drive in the snow. No, I'm kidding.
Okay,
Martin was an incredible driver, and I'm so grateful for him because the amount of driving that we did is, I mean, he's professional now at driving icy ass roads. We did get our sea
dude,
legs a little bit though, you know? Like you got to take those corners going
your moose legs
our
rather.
little moose legs, dude, our little moose antlers and our little penguin flaps. we were going around corners at one point, maybe a mile an hour, maybe -10, if you
And
will,
still slipping.
and still
Yeah.
slipping.
Uh huh.
We were
Uh
going
huh.
-10 miles an hour, making up things. So
Get it?
we were taking those turns so slow, but we get there, it's absolutely dark. It's pretty much dark all the time there right now, which is fine. I love a
Can you let
good
everyone know what time the sun
cozy
rises there? It's insane.
sunrise at 10, sets at 4. So you got 5, 6 hours of good solid
Is
sunlight.
that really quickly? Because I didn't really like. I wanted to save most of this for the podcast. Is that
Yeah.
not like a really disorienting feeling?
It is. I think that you are already, it's interesting. I wonder if it's just like in our DNA. You're already in a mindset of cold and dark when you're there, and it's that level of cold. You don't want to be outside. It's interesting how it works. You want to
Right.
be inside. Your body is
Right.
like, go inside, go inside, go inside. So whether it's sunshine or not outside, it's not, you don't want to be there anyway, if that makes
Right.
sense.
That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is disorienting a little bit. But honestly, dude, I'm so used to being in all different time zones. I'm like, I don't know. Where's the sun? Who knows?
Yeah. Where
Where's
is
the
it?
sun? Where's the moon? Where's Saturn? I don't know where anything is. I don't know where I am.
Right.
So, and thus is the life of a wanderlust traveler.
That's
Live,
right,
laugh, love, and
dude.
wanderlust, dude.
Wanderlust, dude. I'm
So
gonna get you a mug that just says
thank you.
Wanderlust.
Thank you. So the
Just so
first day we're
cheeky.
there, guys, we stayed in this place called the Pikes Waterfront Lodge. And when I tell you this place is so legit, like it is so cool. It is like very lodge vibes, as is in the name. They got a reindeer farm next to them, dude. They got a beautiful view of their river,
I'm
their
not
chain
kidding you.
of
I
river.
think that Santa Claus lives there. I'm not joking you.
I'm
Because Kayla would
pretty
send me
sure.
like pictures and she'd be like eating and then I'd be like, is that reindeer in the back? Like they were,
Right.
and the thing is like we have reindeer here, which
Yeah.
is just like deer. Is reindeer and deer with antlers different?
They are different. They are different.
Okay, so that's why. Because I was like, we have deer with antlers, but why don't they look like that? Because those look like Donner and Comet and Cupid and Vixen, dude. Like I swear to God, all I
Right.
need to do is keep that video for next holiday and say, really, you don't believe? Look at here's Michaela, here's Auntie Michaela with Santa's reindeer. Try again. Okay.
Literally petting the reindeer.
You don't believe? Look at this screenshot of Auntie Michaela at the North Pole because she
That's
literally
right.
sledded in the North Pole. Okay.
And she did. So, okay, really quickly, the difference between reindeer and deer is that reindeer are like a large species of deers, and they are their fur has been adapted to the cold, like extreme cold. Like we went in to do the reindeer thing, and they were like, reindeer can withstand -70-degree weather. Yeah. Isn't that
That's why they
crazy?
help Santa
That's why they help Santa, you guys,
'cause they
because they
can
go
fly
up in
through
the
the air.
sky and they fly in really
Colder in there.
cold. And if you guys, that's like, if anyone ever play this for your kids, this is
Yeah.
how I know Santa's real, because I felt the reindeer, and that reindeer fur coat,
Warm.
-70, babe. Okay.
And they
First
felt
day we
warm.
get there.
Yeah.
We did dog sledding.
Bro.
Bro, if that wasn't, now y'all know that we're dog people, right? Me,
Yeah.
Martin Hunter, we're dog folk. We're road dogs, and
Yeah,
we're
dude.
dog
We're road
roads,
dogs.
right?
We're dog
All
roads.
roads lead to dogs in our lives.
In your
So
life, yeah.
just like to go, honestly, if you said, Michaela, we're gonna take you somewhere where there's like 30 dogs, I'd be like, that's fine. That say no more about any other thing I can do
Right.
with or without them.
Right.
Like I just want to be somewhere where there's 30 dogs.
Right.
But if you're like, do you want to run across a gorgeous Arctic landscape behind them and watch
Mm-mm.
them as they live their best, most truthful life, and be a part of something that is thousands of years old? Are you interested in that at all?
Yeah. You want to be a part of I don't know, Balto?
You want to go
as we
into Balto and live as we talked about Balto. Do you want to be on the Iditarod or not?
the
And I would
Iditarod,
be like, yes, I do. Take all of my money.
dude. What was that experience like?
Bro, it's actually so wild. It was so beautiful. The dogs are just, they're all different kinds of like cross breeds. So it just depends. There's like full huskies,
So
there's
it
like
wasn't
huskies and
husky
pincher
huskies because
mixes. It
I always think in
is.
my brain it's gonna be a
You think
black
like
and
the
white
black and white
husky.
husky. Yes,
And it
yes,
seemed like a
yes.
lot of different dogs. And also, by the way, I've never seen happier. Like they're so happy to be working and like doing that. I feel bad for other dogs. I'm like, don't show this to other dogs. Don't show
Dude,
that to Comment and Chio.
don't show
They're gonna
that
be
to
like, wait,
Chio. Chio's gonna be like, excuse me, I could
no,
be
like these
out.
dogs get to go out. Yeah.
It's insane. The second they see their musher, they are like leaping. They want to go. They want to run. They know that the second they're in those harnesses and someone is in that sled behind them, they're like gonna get to go run. And they are like barking and they're excited and they're like, let us go. It was so cool. And our musher, her name is Kristen. She has been doing this for a very long time. She breeds all of her dogs. She raises them from puppies. She has 34 dogs.
Oh my God. How many dogs
And
pull you at one time?
I think it was like 10 or 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it
Seven,
like based on
18 for me. No, I'm kidding. It was
is
probably
it
like
like
10 or
based on
12.
the size of a person? And then is
No.
it one big sled? Because I saw you
Yeah.
and Martin, and then is she on behind you standing up?
Yeah. So she's basically, it's a sled and then there's a seat and then they put in another seat if it's two people. So
Got
you
it.
can sit and then another person and then the musher is like up standing, if that makes sense. You know
What
what I
I
mean?
do, I new
I mean,
job title that I want
I stood
unlocked.
on the back of it just like for a photo and just to get the vibes. And the dogs were like, let's go. Thankfully, they have like almost like a,
Commands.
a brake system where they put like hooks in the ground so the dogs can't like take off
I was
on the
wondering about
sled.
that.
Yeah, so they put this like crazy like these hooks in the ground to keep the sled from like getting pulled because these dogs would just go without you. They don't care. They're like, I don't give a fuck if you're in here or not.
And
But
does
it,
she kind of go like ha, like Santa?
yeah, she
Not
literally
all
like
roads lead
Santa.
back to Santa. She goes like ha,
Yeah.
let's go. And then she's
Yes,
like go. Like they know. They seemed from the videos. They seem to know where to go.
they do.
Or
They know
was
where to
she guiding
go.
them?
She has like reins, so like she can guide them. But these dogs run these tracks every single day. She's like, I don't need to tell them where to go. They know exactly where to go. They run this track
Wow.
multiple times a day. They do it in their sleep.
Wow.
So it's a pretty incredible. It was a really incredible experience. We got to sort of get off and hang and like pet the dogs and hang out with them. And some of them were so sweet and some of them were like a little bit nervous. And it was just very sweet. Like it made us miss our dogs, obviously, but it was just such a great experience. Stinky. I will say it was stinky because you're right
Really?
behind. Well, imagine being behind 12 dogs. What do you think's going on? Farting.
What are they farting?
You're farting up a storm.
Really?
Farting up a storm. Farting up a storm.
What
Yeah,
if they have to go to the
absolutely.
potty
They just go. They just go while they're running.
as
One
they're
of them did.
running?
He pooped while they were running.
Oh, that's
They
so
just
cute.
run right over it.
Just in a sled. You're just like
Magical.
okay.
I was like, whoa. All right. I was like, can I go too? But no, it was absolutely
Wow.
beautiful. It was such a great experience. Now, you would think, gosh, that made the whole trip, didn't it, Michaela?
No, I
That,
thought that really quickly. I
yeah.
thought, okay, so they're gonna like kind of chill the rest of the trip because I didn't quite know. Like, I know you had sent me and you were like, we're gonna see what we're gonna do and vibe it out. And I was like, okay, from there, how do you go up? I don't know.
How do you go from
Where do
there?
you go from there?
Now, the entire probably for the last month, I had downloaded an app, and if you are somewhere where you ever have the chance to see aurora lights, definitely download this app because it is pretty cool. It's called Aurora, and it literally tracks what's called the KP index, which is, I guess we'll just say, it says, hey, the lights are going to be kind of strong tonight. So if you're somewhere
Right.
clear and you're up north, go out and look, and we'll let you know when there's lots of activity. And we had been following it for like weeks, and you really are not, you really do not, you cannot predict it. Every app does try to do it and everyone tries to do it, but you just can't because it's like a literal phenomenon. Like
Yeah.
you can't really predict it. And so that night what we did is we reserved a spot at a cabin that is about an hour outside of Fairbanks. And what they do is really cool. It's called like I think it's called like Aurora Campground is what like the cabin and the area that they own is called. And basically, there's all these different spots that you can obviously reserve, and you go up there because standing outside waiting for aurora lights for 5 hours isn't feasible in
Yeah.
negative 10 degree weather. Having a place that you can like be warm in, that you can like, they have food, they have drinks.
Does this
You
person
know,
live there?
no, so it's kind of, I think it's like a bunch of people own. It's like a company, if that makes sense. Like
Got it.
they probably have them everywhere, you know.
Got it.
And but there's people that come and run it, and basically like you show up, you hang out, and the guy, what you can tell is if it's like within a half hour. And the guy who was there that night is a professional photographer, and he also kind of like runs the camp. He was running the camp that night. He has a huge fisheye lens on top of the cabin that monitors all of the sky activity, and it shows you where the aurora is in that moment. And he was able to kind of be like, hey, in 25 minutes there's probably gonna be a really good chance that you guys are gonna see. So, you know, and then the second that they showed up, he would be like, go now, everyone, go get out there, they're out there. And like, I'm not, when we first showed up,
I'd be shitting my pants.
we were like, what? And he was like, here, if you take a photo and you kind of do all this stuff, you'll be able to see it in the photo. And I was like, well, I
Right.
don't want to see it in the photo like that. Anybody can do that.
So that's
Martin
what
and
my
I,
understanding of it was.
okay.
Because so my understanding of it was because Brian has seen it before in Iceland, and that was kind of his experience too. My
Mm.
understanding was you can't see them, like they're not like, because you had sent me a video from Martin's phone, and I was like, how can this be? Because I thought that you had to do like all this stuff on your phone and then highlight it and then this, that they weren't actually like that bright.
Right. Right.
But are they?
They are, and we'll get there. So when we first showed up, the problem is that it needs to be extremely dark but also extremely clear.
Yeah.
Those two things and you have to be where it's going to be very active. So it's a lot of things have to come together in order for you to see them. And when we first got there, it was like 10 o'clock. So not dark enough, not late enough. For whatever reason in Fairbanks, it happens like usually around like midnight to 1 o'clock in the morning, I feel, is when you can really see them. So when we first got there, it was kind of like, okay, but like, I'm gonna ask my money back because like I can't see shit. It looked like it's just like a couple clouds, and I was like,
right, you're like,
I was like, oh really? I'm like, okay, I could literally just I could literally chat GPT this, babes. Like, we don't, like, this is not the experience that we're hoping for. So Martin and I were kind of like a little like, oh no, like what have we done? You never know with these things when you go. You never know with these kinds of things. So we were like, oh no, well, whatever, we're here. The first like real sighting where the guy was like, all right, it's gonna be done, it's gonna be out there in about 25 minutes. So we're hanging out, we're playing cards, we're kind of chatting with the people that are also there. There's a lot of people there who like came for different reasons, and everyone, like some of the people that came had been trying to see them for many times. We go out and they're way stronger that time. And I was like, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, we might be onto something here. I thought that when we saw them at that point, that was the most we were going to see. I was like, because you could see them, right? And they were real, and they were moving. It's like a ribbon. It's like a green and red pinky ribbon. And it's like covering the whole, like strips of it in the sky. It's really kind of interesting. But I was like, wow, okay, this is like amazing. And we're getting like great photos actually. And bro, by like the third time this man was like, get out there, I was like, what? Like like it was like, here they are. Like it was like God literally said, turn up the saturation.
No,
and let's get it rocking and rolling. Yeah.
Dude, I think maybe we should do like our Patreon members can see all these pictures first or something.
I actually think so.
Y'all sent me that, like those pictures and stuff, and I was like, Kayla, this is not like, you're actually kidding me, because I have never seen, first off, I had never seen them so bright and somebody in the picture. I've only ever seen picture of it, no one in it. So I don't know how y'all were able to capture. That just goes to show how bright they were behind, that you were able to probably keep your phone on a normal like picture taking mode.
Yep.
It was, I've never seen any, I can't even imagine what it would be like there. It would probably feel like you're in a planetarium or something. Like, totally. I don't know, fake.
It did feel almost like, well, what was so funny is that the guy had they give you pizza, and like they make like a pizza and everyone gets to have however much they want. And Martin and I kept joking, we are like, what was in that pizza? Because it just
Yeah,
kept
right.
getting brighter and brighter. We were like, imagine there's like some shit in that pizza, and we're all like, whoa.
He's like, trust me. He's like, you want more
Trust
pizza? He's
me.
like, you're gonna see him real nice.
You're gonna want more pizza, right?
Yeah.
That psychedelic pizza. Like, we were just like, what was in that pizza the whole night? And no, it really was. It was really trippy. And Martin and I both cried because it's been on both of our bucket lists since before we even knew each other. He has always talked about it since we first started talking. And so I knew it meant a lot to him. And it was a big reason why I wanted to go. I was like, look, we got to just go do these things, because you never know what's going to. So it's like, let's go do these things.
Yeah.
And that was a big, reason why we went, because I knew it meant so much to him. And it was emotional because you're just looking up and everything is so dark and you're seeing these more stars than I've ever seen in my life. And you're also seeing the Aurora Borealis and you're just like, wow, I am a speck on a speck on a speck.
Yeah. I also wonder how many people is like, okay, maybe God's real.
Well, that, and I also was thinking about people from many eons ago, right? Like our ancestors, people from thousands of years ago, they also could see that. And can you imagine?
Yeah.
They're probably just like,
that would freak me out. I'd be like,
well, we were looking it up, and some cultures looked at it as good and some cultures looked at it as a bad omen. So it kind of just goes to show a little bit, if you're going to talk about God and religion and all that, it kind of depends on the interpretation of the people around you and what they're saying, because some did say like, oh my gosh, this is a good omen, and some were like, this is a bad omen. And it's like, or it's just science, you know what I mean? So it all depends, but it made me even more like, this is such an incredible planet. This is such an incredible life that we get to live. The fact that I get to be here in this moment with someone I love, seeing this thing happen, that many days afterwards, they were not able to see them.
The stars literally have to align.
The stars literally,
even leading up to it, I was like, I was even checking because I was like, I kept telling Kayla, I was like, no, you guys are going to see it. I was like, oh, it says unlikely, but I was like, I'm still hoping for it.
That was what was crazy, you guys, is that it was saying that the KP was going to be really low and that the chances of seeing them were like not great. It was probably giving us like 15-16% of seeing them. So the fact that they did end up coming out and they were so strong, and it was just it was just one of those experiences where you're like, fuck.
I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm going to stop you.
Okay.
I paid them.
You paid for the psychedelic pizza is what you did.
I paid the Aurora. Here's the
you
thing.
paid the Aurora Borealis.
Is run by a guy named Jeff, and I paid him.
You paid
I
Jeff?
said, please make this magical. I've been
Jeff
telling
Borealis?
you it's a God-ordained trip this whole time. I swear to God, if these don't work.
Right.
So I said,
you're like, I really need to get Caleb back in the Christian faith. So if you could just slip him, I'm going to slip you a 20 and let's see if you can get those lights rocking and rolling.
That's right. You also
sprinkle in a little extra MDMA into her pizza, and let's get it.
Can you imagine seeing the Aurora Borealis on a mushroom?
I don't think I could. I think I would be like,
I know, dude. Talking about like an outer body. No, kind of fun.
So guys, honestly, like that was just such a highlight experience for us. I took, what's crazy is I brought, I always bring my necklace of Tynan. I have his some of his ashes in this necklace that I wear, and I've been bringing it on all of my trips. And I feel like I used to be like, God protect me, Jesus protect me, but now I say, Tynan protect me, Tynan like provide this, and like I feel like that had something to do with it in a way. You know what I mean? Not to get woo woo with y'all, but I do feel that it really was like such a blessed
How cool though too
trip.
That he got to be there in Alaska.
I know.
With you know what I mean?
It means a lot
to travel all this.
Yeah, it means a lot to be able to do that. And like, it may not mean anything to anybody else, or maybe people are like, well, that's, silly, but that's fine. It's my own thing, and it's my own way of like honoring him and his like very adventurous spirit, is like being able to take him with me. But, being able to like take him on all of these experiences just felt really cool and really special. So it was just a very emotional experience. It was very beautiful. I highly recommend it. If you are interested in going up to that like cabin, I highly recommend. If you guys want like the link, let me know. I'll DM me and I'll send it to you.
You should do what you did before when you were in Barcelona, how you like did put all like your recommendations and stuff like that. Because I think that was really beneficial just for people to save something and then.
I agree 100%. And I will. I'm going to post it when I'm posting.
You weren't done
I'm not even
there.
done, guys. You thought I was done? You guys thought we were done with the Aurora Borealis? Nah, dude. We had some other natural phenomena that we wanted to experience. We decided to drive an hour and a half out of Fairbanks to a little place called the Chain of Hot Springs. Now, what is more relaxing in negative 18-degree weather than getting into a beautiful natural hot spring? Couldn't tell you. With
I
with
have the words escape
boulders
me.
surrounding you, boulders, Hunter, boulders surrounding you, covered in snow. It was
Is
like I
this
was in
man-made
Frozen.
or
The
land-made?
actual stuff like around it is, as far as like, yes, they put the boulders there, but the hot spring itself is natural. You know what I
Oh, but
mean?
there's no God. Anyways.
There's no God.
No, dude, that
It's
is
only a
insane.
place that's healing
You were
properties, but
saying that it was really hot too. Like, I've never been in a hot spring.
boiling
I don't
hot.
know.
It was very interesting because when we would go, we would go under the water at this hot spring. It's called the Chain of Hot Springs, and you go underwater and you come out, and it was so hot, and then you'd come out and immediately your hair starts freezing. It's so
Oh, that's why. Because you
wild.
sent me pictures of you and Martin. I swear to God, I thought, oh, Martin's going
I
great
know.
quick.
I know. I sent that to mom. I probably should have said something to you, but no, that was ice. And my hair was icing too, but because I'm blonde now,
And your little
you can't
lashes.
see. And my lashes were icing. Like everything wet, it starts to ice over. Martin had he had like hair on his chest, on his body, and that was like turning white ice. Like it was just so trippy and crazy. That was a beautiful experience, very relaxing. Obviously, we went back to the hotel and absolutely passed out for like 3 hours because it was.
I mean,
just
do you
like,
talk about healing that's probably like, where do you get much more? That's like, okay, here's the thing is that, God, guys, I'm trying to mute
you know what?
in between. My children are
She's a mother.
downstairs. I'm a
She's a
mother and I have
mother.
5. By the way, we've been stuck inside for 4.5 days because of the snowstorm. And we'll get to that later. But so my children are feral. I said, all your friends come over because I need y'all to get energy out. But
Yeah.
you had an eye healing and a body healing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A full body.
Aurora Borealis, body.
Right. Aurora Borealis, body, Chain of Hot Springs. Yes. It was absolutely so special. I got to say also, we talked to a lot of people in the hot springs because like I, I I kind of became the de facto photographer once they saw me taking photos and Martin taking photos of me. They were like, "Oh, this girl knows what's up." And then there was a line, literally a line of people like, "Can you take?" And I was like, "Of course, dude. Of course. Get in
I
line." I was
know.
like,
I
"Here,
love being
I'm
that
gonna go
girl.
0.5. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
landscape. Like, if you ever see me, girl, I'm gonna take your photo. I'm gonna make
Same.
it
Yeah.
good." Now, did these people take good photos of Martin and I together?
No,
No. But that's okay because
I
that's
didn't
not
even
what it's
see one.
about. Because they're not good. They're not good.
No, dude. Because
Um,
the lens is all foggy. You know what I mean? It's like,
foggy beyond all belief. You
yeah.
can't even recognize us. You
No.
know, it's like, who are they?
You
Is it
guys are
Martin and
frozen.
Michaela?
You guys are literally like in Home Alone when they free the thieves
Literally, yes, yes.
freeze.
We're like in The Shining, where Jack Nicholson at the end of The Shining, when he's in the front, he's like, that was us. No, but it was actually such a cool experience. So we did that. It was beautiful. The driving there was incredible. It's an hour and a half drive outside, and that's a long time to be driving in very icy, snowy conditions. But it was beautiful. It's insane. The landscape is like, I don't know. It's like you're on another planet. I don't know what to say about that. It just is so cool. I'm gonna post pictures, guys. I'm so sorry. It's like I'm talking about it. This is a podcast. You can't see shit, but I am gonna
Right, but maybe you
post.
do a little, yeah.
I will. I think I'm gonna do it on the Patreon. I'll post some photos so you guys can understand what I'm saying. But and then the day after that, bro, we went snowmobiling.
Dude, how fun is that?
It was so cool. It was scary, I will say, because it is such a powerful vehicle. Now, we grew up sea doing and going on water skis. That's a much different experience because you're in an open ocean, and if you fall or you go in a weird direction, you're pretty much gonna just be in the water, right? You're not
Yeah.
like really hitting
Yeah.
anything.
You kind of always
Whereas
hear also, it's like, oh, and a snowmobiling accident. I was like, so ask me if
always,
I was literally tracking your ass and I was like, at one point you guys were kind of just steady and I was like, why are they not moving there? Why is it so steady there? Why? Because at one point it was I was like on my phone and it was one long stretch in the middle of nowhere, literally nothing
yep,
around. And I was seeing you just like your little little dot moving, and then at one point it stopped, and I was like, "What the fuck, dude?" So I was like watching.
That's when we saw the moose. We stopped to see the
Okay, that makes
moose
sense.
for
I was
like
like,
a good
"Hey,
10 minutes. Yeah.
yeah, I know." I was
It's
sitting
so
there watching your
funny.
dot, like,
I know you do hear about like snowmobiling accidents because, bro, they're
always.
really powerful. They go really fast. And like, especially in
And it's
this
icy.
environment, yeah, icy, slippery. I mean, there's trees literally everywhere in Alaska. It's not like some places like in Iceland or, like those northernmost countries where trees don't grow because of permafrost. Alaska's not that, they have trees everywhere, forests. I mean, it's crazy. So we were going through like, there was trees like right, like our arms could reach out and touch trees. And we were like
Right. Like if you were
driving on these snowmobiles.
some teenager, God.
Dude,
Yeah.
listen. Also, you basically sign a waiver that says that you're responsible if the thing crashes. You are responsible for replacing it. 250 bucks every day it's not out there. You can get pulled off at any moment if you're messing around. I mean, they really are like, hey,
I have to.
And they have to, and they should, because
Yeah.
it's not a joke. You have to keep very far distance between you and the other people. So you're kind of like your guide is like a speck right up there. You're just like, okay, there he is. Of course. So here's what we did. Martin and I were like, we're going to be on the same snowmobile because we want to experience this together, but we'll switch, right? They let you switch halfway through.
Right.
So what they do is they do like a little tester run so you can kind of get the feel of it. So Martin did the tester run because we're like, okay, they're going to do a tester run and then we're going to go. We did the tester run and then he goes, okay, you guys switch so that Michaela, you can do the test run. And I was like, okay, cool. Me thinking we're going to switch back. Martin will go. We'll be in the crew. I jump on, we're doing the test run and he's like, all right, let's go. And I'm like, oh, I'm driving first.
The inaugural. Yeah.
Inaugural, and asked me if I was also the front of the line somehow because he'd go right in front of me and he's like, all right, guys, let's go. And I was like, great. Now I also have to set the pace for this whole experience for these people.
No. How many people were in it with you?
I think there was like 3 other groups of people. So it was like 3 other snowmobiles behind us. So it was 5 altogether. So it was small.
Got it.
It's intimate. It's very small.
That's nice.
They can't have more than that, honestly, because it's like they're like a mile apart from the front to the back.
Right.
Not literally, but you know what I mean. And so I was really nervous and really scared. Like I was like,
I'd be shaking in
like,
my damn boots, dude.
I was shaking in my boots, but I was like, you know what,
God.
Michaela, you've done this shit before. Not snowmobiling, but you've driven all kinds of stuff. You've driven every car under the sun.
ATVs.
ATVs you've done. Sea-Doos is like, come on, you'll be just fine. People do this all day, every day. You're gonna be fine. Was I going 8 miles an hour? For sure. And I'm sure the people behind me were like, what the fuck? And I even asked the guy halfway through, I'm like, am I just going so slow? And he's like, honestly, it's a slow group to begin with. He's like, they're falling way behind you anyway. So he's like, you just go whatever your comfort level is what he said.
Dude, I'm sure he gets people though who go slow, but then also people who go so insanely fast that he's like, great, I have to sit here and
well, at one point during the straightaways, we're going about 20 miles an hour. And I was like, how fast do you usually go if you're just by yourself? He's like, I usually go 80.
On like ice.
Sorry, what? Sorry, like, what?
That's insane.
What if you
hit a moose?
You're done for. And that moose has got a bruise. Probably.
No, literally,
because those mooses are huge. We stopped and we were able to see one. I only got a picture of his like little ears. His antlers had come off because they shed their antlers. And
how did he have his antlers then? I saw antlers.
No, there was no antlers. I don't know what you saw. I think you saw branches because he didn't have his antlers. You could just see his little ears.
Oh.
Look back at the photo. You can see his little ears. Yeah, we were able to see him, but then like when I finally got my camera, because it was like, I got to take my gloves off. I got to get in my pocket. I got to, and then he kind of like crouched down, but yeah, their antlers come off and they just literally, they shake it. They'll just like shake it and their antlers come off. It's so
cute.
Funny. It's so cute. So yeah, there was that experience and it was really incredible. And we were just like, oh, well, this is the sickest experience we've ever had. So I don't know, guys, the Alaska trip was so blessed and we just felt really grateful to be able to do it. And, I don't know. It was just like a magical trip. And I highly recommend if you're somebody who's like interested in doing that, go to Fairbanks.
It literally made me, all your pictures made me Google how far is Alaska from
I know. It was like, now wait a minute. Now wait a damn minute. Sorry, I'm
because
just
I've never
my
seen
light
something
off.
so beautiful and so fun and so unique, like
Yeah.
truly. Um, and it was just amazing. I was like, every day it was packed. I'm so glad you guys got to do it. Um, the most beautiful thing was there was a Taco Bell across the street from you guys. So
There was a
that
Taco Bell right across the street.
was beautiful.
Yeah. No, that the Taco Bell of it all was honestly probably the best part because
Right.
we
Because
were
I had
like,
asked you, I
oh,
said, what's the cuisine? You said it's a lot of Thai food. And I said, well, okay.
okay,
And
well,
last you sent me pictures of Taco Bell and pizza. And I thought, oh, she's right at home.
and I was right at
Yeah,
home there with my Taco Bell and my pizza.
that's right.
Because what else
Wow.
do you
I'm
need in
so
this
glad.
life?
So all this to say is you're in for the week, Alaska. What
Yeah.
is it?
My in for this week is Alaska.
Okay.
I can't not have my in be Alaska because it,
Yeah.
you
Dude,
know what I mean?
my in is about to be Alaska.
Right. I think everyone's in needs to be Alaska at this
Yeah.
point. And
Yeah.
now is it a pretty conservative joint? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's conservative as
Yeah.
hell there. But you know what? There is you know what's so interesting is it was almost like a real crazy mix of like very conservative people and just people with blue hair and piercings. So I was like, now which is it? I was like, now
Now,
what's
here's the
going
thing,
on
though, is
here?
about in Alaska,
Mhm.
conservative in my
Right.
mind, right? Because I've been to some places where I'm like, there's conservative and then there's MAGA. Okay. Those
Yeah,
are
yeah,
two
yeah, yeah.
different people.
For sure, for
I
sure, for
have
sure.
people in my life who are conservative,
Right.
who are not MAGA.
Her husband.
My
Yeah.
husband, imagine. But there's like the hunters and the things like that who are like,
Totally.
I don't really care about what's even going on.
Well,
I just want to hunt and do my
nothing in
thing.
not they're up there in the middle of nowhere.
They
They're
don't,
not gonna
yeah.
have the same like understanding of like maybe where we are here
Right.
in a
Mechanicsville,
big city.
Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're in a much more rural area, like you have different needs than somebody that's in a city. So it is really interesting. But everyone was so kind and nice, and that's really at the end of the day kind of what matters when you're traveling is like, hey, just be
Yeah.
nice to everybody because like we're all it didn't even feel like America. It was so weird. It was like, isn't this like kind of Canada? But
Right. Yeah.
you know
You're
what I
kind of
mean?
like,
Because
this isn't
it's
really, yeah.
it didn't really feel like America. It just was like felt like a whole different thing. But
So
anyway,
wild.
shout out to bro
Shout out to
out there.
Alaska. Shout
Hmm.
out.
And then my
My
out is
in.
me being
Oh,
sick. That's it. I'm sick. That's it. I got
yeah.
sick.
You're sick.
It was a foregone conclusion. We knew we would get sick. The intense temperature change and also being on a plane. We
Yeah.
were on 5 planes.
Dude, that'll do it to you.
So anyway, what is
That'll
your
do it
in,
to
my
you.
sister? I feel like I've been talking my
No.
tits off.
For 42 minutes? No. I'm so happy we got to recount it because I also had questions and I wanted
Yeah.
to wait for the podcast for them to be answered. My in is Louise. Now, who's Louise?
Yeah.
My little angel knight in shining armor, Louise, who has been so everyone needs a Louise in your life, and here's why. Okay,
When you
Louise
say
is
Louise, I'm thinking like Louise.
Luis.
Louis. Is it
Louise.
Louise? Oh,
Louise.
Louise. Because you're saying
Um,
Louise.
well, he's
Louise.
Luis.
I think it's Louise versus Luis. Because
Luis. Okay.
Luis is like Eloise.
Well, he says Louise. So I just kind of go off.
Luis is Luis if Luis is a
Right,
Luis.
and honestly, like both of them.
Real
So he's my
Luises,
in.
realize real Luises.
Real Louise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is we have a wonderful woman who comes and helps and cleans our home, and it's her husband, and he's been helping with like our wainscoting, but he's the kind of guy that just like he's like, what do you need? We're like, we have a hole that needs fixed, or like, we need you to patch up a window. Yeah, I could do it. Can you do our lights? Yeah, I could do it. And like, I'm like, so he loves to work. He's like a hard worker. But now listen to this, why he's my in. So we're just coming off the heels of the biggest snowstorm that a lot of us have seen, especially New Jersey and New York have seen since 1996.
Mm.
Where we are, we totaled what we measured was 18 and a half inches of snow. I've never seen snow like this. I've never been in snow like this. It's the kind where you can't actually go into the snow and like play because you can't walk in it. Like, I tried to get my kids outside to play and build a snowman. Ava went and fell, like it went right underneath her chin. Like,
That's
it's
crazy.
dangerous almost. So
Yeah.
it was snowing for like, I don't know, 17 hours straight. I spent 2.5 hours on Friday trying to find road salt, right?
Right.
Nowhere. I could not. I went to every town in New Jersey. I went to every mom and pop shop. I posted on Ring. I was one of those people that posted on Ring. Nowhere.
Mm,
So I come home and I'm like, I told Brian, I was like, fuck. I was like, we're kind of screwed. Like, it's gonna sleet and we have no road salt.
right.
No more than 10 minutes later, Luis calls me and goes, he never calls me. He's never once called me. He normally texts me. He calls me and he goes, "Hey, do you guys need some road salt? I'm gonna drop some off for you right now. I have a 40-pound bag of it."
Dude,
Bro, I
that
almost cried.
is that's
Tell me that's
crazy.
not
No, that's crazy. Come on now.
10 minutes after I told Brian, I go, we're screwed. I was like, we're screwed. We have no salt. We're gonna have a sheet of ice. We're not gonna be able to get out. Literally 10 minutes later, he goes, "I'm gonna drop off some salt. Y'all need it."
Dude, that's community. That's community
Right?
right there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I literally was like, "Are you kidding me, Louise? You're like I was like, you are my little guardian
An
angel right
angel.
now." So
An
Louise,
angel.
shout out. That's my in. My out is this fucking snow that is going to do in my brain. Do you understand we're supposed to get more next weekend? If I have to see one more snow flurry, I swear to God, I'm
Yeah.
literally at first, like Brian was like, "It's so fun." And I said, "We've been stuck inside with two toddlers for 4 days.
If
We've gone through
Brian can think
every."
it's fun when he's the one out shoveling the snow, I
Yeah, but he likes it because he's
feel
got a snowblower, dude, and he gets to like show it off and be like,
yeah, that's true.
yeah, he loves it. Now,
This is the time of the year when Hunter starts hating on the snow. You
I'm about
love
2 months
it during
early, actually.
Christmas. Yeah, that's kind of true. I feel like usually in February you're like,
We've
I've
never
had
had this
it.
much snow ever
No, it
in the
is
history,
historic.
but also
Yes.
not just this one time, but like for months and weeks, we've had so much snow. But like, the way that we went through our food in 4 days just goes to show that I am nowhere near prepared if we have a zombie apocalypse. Because I always
Yeah.
been like, oh, we have plenty, bro. What you would have thought that I was like, can have beans for dinner. Like I have
Right.
nothing left. There's nothing
Right.
left. We were
Right.
out of
Now
toilet
I know
paper
that's
because
not
I
true because
wasn't.
I've been in your pantry and there's endless food in there.
No, I know there's endless.
You could eat
Oh my
for
God, Luis just texted me.
months.
His ears must be burning. He's like, I have found $500. You want it?
He's like, "Do you need food?
I'm
I
like,
heard something about going
literally.
through food." And
My
I'm like,
closet's
"Luis may have bugged your
booked.
house, Hunter. You may want to look into that."
Okay, now speaking of bug, okay, we have a new family member,
Yes.
and she's been with us the last what 5 days, and she's a ladybug.
Yes,
And when
like
I
a
say this,
real true blue ladybug.
she's a true ladybug. Okay, we saw her when the storm first started, and what was I gonna do? Be a
Put her
fucking
out.
ice loving evil human and put her out in the no.
No.
I told my kids, I said, let's just leave her there. She'll go where she wants to go. She'll find warmth. We will provide food for her whenever
Mhm.
she needs it. So we looked up what they eat. We looked up if they needed water, little bits, fine. We put little caps out of water. And now we have seen her throughout our house and we know her spots. We've seen her spot. We've counted that we know it's her. We kind of just are just letting her go, dude. We're letting her roam. I'm
Dude,
like,
I
I don't
love
know. She
that.
lives here now. She's part of the family. So put her on the Secret Santa list for next year because
Right.
she's part of the family. I want to see what she's going to buy
Put her on
with her
the
little ladybug dollars.
claim her on your taxes
Yeah, dude,
because
she's my dependent.
she's your
Literally, she keeps showing
dependent.
up. It's the cutest thing ever, though, because we'll
Oh,
get all
that
so
is so
excited. We'll
cute.
be like, she's here. Look at her.
Now,
We
what's
go
her
and look
name?
at
Have
her.
we named her? Is
We
it
haven't named, like, we haven't really named
should
her
it be
yet,
Lady
but
Whistledown? Come
I
on
do
now.
like that. Like, do like Lady Whistledown.
Yeah, dude, her
That's like
name's
really
Lady
cute.
Whistledown.
But I'm
Dude,
like,
that's
I don't know. She
precious.
lives here now. I'm not going to put her back outside. Like, she's taking up
Well, she's
residence.
got
So
squatters' rights at this point, so you can't put
yeah,
her out
and we're
legally.
feeding her. We're feeding her well.
Yeah. She's
We're
probably
feeding her
eating better
great.
than anyone. That's probably where all your food went. You're like, "Oh, 4 days. I wonder why." Because you're feeding the
Also,
ladybug.
just really quickly, the fact that ladybugs and roly-polies have the best PR of all the bugs. Like they have the best PR because it's like
Yep.
no one ever wants to kill them. Everyone's excited to see them,
Yep.
and all the other bugs need better PR.
I couldn't
That's
agree
all
more.
I'm gonna say.
There's a lot of bugs that
Through
have bad
everything going on in
PR.
the world, that's all I'm gonna say.
Right. Right.
How
Ladybugs
much
have
is that an
great.
influencer that's just checked out?
Oh,
All I'm gonna
that's
say is
one. And how many influencers are there right now who are just
No,
like
but-
still hawking their wares and they're just like
my favorite was Martha Stewart's granddaughter being like, "Hey, you can't be silent," and Martha Stewart screenshotting that and then like not being silent. I was like, dude, imagine being Martha Stewart's granddaughter and being like, grandma, like Martha
Right.
Stewart, who has been the most middle line,
Mm-hmm. Yep. Middle of the road. She knows her
Anywho.
audience. Yeah. Anyways, you guys, listen, we made it to Alaska and back. We're safe. Hunter's still in the tundra, the doldrums in the tundra.
With a new family
So
member.
shout out to everyone who's experiencing this crazy ass storm. And you guys, seriously, and on a real, very serious note, stay safe out there.
Yes.
Build community, reach out to your neighbors, look out for one another, have each other's backs. That's literally how we get through all of this, is with each other. It's the one thing that they can't take away. No one can take away your community, your connection with the people around you. So build that, focus on that and being there for one another. And you guys, we're here for you. So we love you so much, and we will see you in next week's episode. Bye.
Thank you guys so much for listening. You can catch a new episode of Model Citizen every Thursday. And please don't forget to follow the podcast so you don't miss any of the action. We want to hear from you, so please leave a rating and review and follow us on socials for all the behind-the-scenes action at Hunter McGrady and Michaela McGrady. And don't forget, you are worthy, you are loved, and you are capable of doing all wonderful things. Bye, guys.